So we can start. Thank you so much, Lily from Boston Blockchain Association. Really appreciate all your support, all your help, and you can start this great workshop. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, Ignacio.
All right, so I will share my screen then. Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
All right then. So welcome everyone. I'm Alexei. I'm the lead partner for IceBlock. I've been working in the cryptocurrency space and been an investor for the 5 past years. And I will be there today with Lily to introduce you to the best practice to start within this space and avoid common mistake and ensure the best security for your account and your cryptocurrencies. So we will have 5 parts during this presentation. We'll start with an introduction of the cryptocurrency space. Then we will have an approach of the few best platforms that you can try on and create an account to start with. Of course, we'll present you what to buy, the way to do so, and different methods. Where to store your cryptocurrencies, as it is really important to understand that in the cryptocurrency space, you are the only one able to ensure the security of your cryptocurrencies. And at the end, we'll give you a few extra basic security tactics to even go further in the security of your account and your cryptocurrency. So let's start with the introduction. So the cryptocurrency space is really an ecosystem of its own. You have thousands and thousands of projects that are using cryptocurrencies. But it is really important to understand that everything is based on the blockchain technology. So you can have blockchain, you can have projects using the blockchain technology without using cryptocurrencies, such as Hyperledger done by IBM. But you cannot have the other way around, meaning you cannot have a project using cryptocurrencies without using blockchain technology. Cryptocurrencies are only a tool, an expression of the usage of this technology. And therefore, you have projects that are based on that technology and using cryptocurrencies in multiple ways to explore new possibilities. This is why you have a well-structured market within the cryptocurrency space. You have cryptocurrencies that are focusing on providing payment services, other cryptocurrencies project working on a decentralized application through smart contracts, such as Ethereum, with a well-structured competition, such as the Binance Smart Chain and Cardano, that are chasing up and trying to catch up with the Ethereum leader within this sector of the cryptocurrency space. Of course, you have the DeFi space with multiple projects trying to present the decentralized finance, which try to improve the financial services that you can have access today. And of course, you can also have like the NFT sector. The NFT craze has been well known recently, with virtual art pieces being traded for millions of dollars. And here as well, you have various competitors trying to take the lead in their section. So this market, even if there is thousands and thousands of projects, is well structured, and you can really see that a few hundred of projects have a real team and are trying to really improve the sector they are working in. So now that we have seen that this ecosystem is structured, that it is possible to access to it and invest into it wisely, I will let Lily introduce you to few platforms and few methods to secure your account.
Yeah, Nick, thank you, Alex. So there are so many exchange platforms exist today, and more exchange platforms adding and being built. So before you invest your assets, do your homework, do your due diligence, which one you will do business with, whether they've been around for many years, how their security will be, are there any significant breaches were they responsible to those breaches, etc., etc. So some well-known exchange platforms are Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, and Huobi, and Binance, and many more. Next slide, please. So some KPIs that you can refer to or look at when you do your homework and compare the cryptocurrency exchange platforms. First one, whether the platform is following know your customer compliance and require you to submit your identification kind of document before when you create an account with them, whether they have a two-factor authentication enabled, whether they have a white label withdraw address to enhance the security, or whether they have anti-phishing code to identify the email from the platform, and whether they have the feature to or requirement more than to speak. So require you to set up your phrase pass, the password, more than 20 characters you in a combination for letters and numbers and different special characters. So now after you do your homework of the platforms, you've narrowed down the platform and you will decide what to buy. Alex?
Yes, thank you, Lily. So, of course, once you have created your account on the platform, you will now ask yourself, how should I buy cryptocurrencies? Which one should I buy? And there is few answers to that. So it's really regarding your knowledge within the financial sector. If you're already a trader and you have the knowledge regarding technical analysis, this is a method you can use to trade cryptocurrencies. As cryptocurrencies are really volatile, it is really possible for trader to do good profit by trading them. Here, you will not be regarding to the project, the fundamental of it or its teams and etc. Because here it's really about just seeing if you should long or short the token and trying to gain profits regarding the next move of its price. If you're not familiar with the technical analysis and maybe you're more here to invest in the long run, you can then carry a fundamental analysis of the project. Here, it is really about to ensure that you will be able to invest for a few months or even years in the token and benefit from its long-term growth. You will have to do really a dig up of everything about the project. So you will have to look at its white paper, yellow paper. You will have to check the background of the various team members to see if they are qualified to carry out the project. You can also, if you have more dev skill, have a look to the GitHub commits to see if the project is really growing and if its code is getting better and in the right direction. And of course, you can always have a look to the opinion of reliable people in the ecosystem, so people that you can trust and that are not here to sell you anything and that can like check the project and give and share their opinion of it with you. So regarding the fundamental analysis, it's really important and even for the one who would like to trade, to give enough time and resource to avoid any scam. So it's really common within the cryptocurrency space to have like pump and dump and different way to scam people because of course the money can move freely within the cryptocurrency space. So it can appear and disappear in few seconds. So it's really important to take your time and really have the resources to take a well known and assess decision. It's really also important to understand that there is different kind of crypto assets. The most known crypto assets are the utility token. So the token will be the token that have a use case within the project. So let's take the example of Ethereum. When you will be executing smart contract within Ethereum, or when you would like to send ETH from one wallet to another, or when you will be using a decentralized application, you will have to pay with ETH the right chip to use the protocol of Ethereum. This is why it's called a utility token. It has a purpose. It allows you to pay to use the protocol. Here, those tokens are only and purely driven by the supply and demand ratio. So the more user there will be of Ethereum, as an example, more the ETH price will be driven upside. And of course, it works the other way around. And these utility tokens are really different from security token and NFTs. Security and NFTs are pegged to the value that is behind the token. So a security token will be really close from a share of a company. The main difference, it will be stored on the blockchain as the share of the company. The classical one will not be. And here we can understand that the value of the security token will be pegged to the growth of the company, the performance of its team to develop the project, etc., etc. It can also be used for real estate or artwork, where the appreciation of the good will peg the price of the security token. And of course, lately you have heard about NFTs. Here, the price of the NFTs is driven by the demand regarding the digital art that is pegged to the token. So here, it's really important to understand that you have utility token only driven by supply and demand and the use of the network and the protocol behind it, and security token and NFTs that are driven and pegged to the price of the good or anything that is behind it. Keep in mind that security token, as an example, should follow all legal obligations that are imposed to standard shares or securities. So now that we have seen which kind of method you can use and the different kind of token that you can buy, it is important to understand how you can store them. There is a different way to store cryptocurrencies. You can store them within an exchange platform, such as Coinbase, or any other platform that we have shown you earlier, or even other ones. You can store them in an application that is called a hot wallet, and you can also store them in a physical key that is called cold wallet. So let's dive a little bit further in those different ways to store your crypto assets. The exchange platform is the easiest way to store your cryptocurrencies because you don't have to handle anything regarding the security surrounding the private key. Here, you only have to preserve the credential that give you access to your account. So this way of storing your cryptocurrencies is really close than a bank account, where the bank is holding your fiat currency for you. So it can be really useful for traders that are looking to exchange amounts of cryptocurrency really in a fast way and do various trades. And it is really useful to exchange cryptocurrency for fiat currencies when you want to cash out or even to cash in within the space. The con of this way to store cryptocurrencies is, of course, that you don't have the control over your private key. So as when a bank got robbed, if here the exchange got hacked, you will be maybe hacked as well, and your cryptocurrencies can be stolen by the hacker. So it is really a big con because you do not control your cryptocurrencies. And of course, you need to place few security measures to enhance further the security of your accounts. A few measures that we have presented earlier, and Lily will talk a little bit more about it later. We do recommend this kind of storage only for small amount, of course. Because you do not control your private key, your cryptocurrency can really be vulnerable to hackers. So keep small amount on it, or when you want to cash out, you can use it. Application and hot wallets. So it is safer, of course, than the exchange. Here, you can download an application on your iPhone or any smartphone, and you will be able to store your cryptocurrencies within the app. It is really important when you use an application or hot wallet to see if you can have access to the seed. The seed is a succession of 12 to 24 words that will give you access to your private keys. When you will be creating your account in any of this kind of app, they will provide you with those words, and you should write them down on a piece of paper and store it safely. It is really useful in case of you deleting the application on your smartphone or even losing your smartphone. The seed will give you the ability to get all of your cryptocurrencies back with the private key that are pegged to the seed. The main benefit of application and hot wallet is that it gives you control of the private key. Here, it doesn't matter. You cannot suffer any hack from any exchange, as your cryptocurrencies are off the exchange. It's really as if you were going to an ATM and withdrawing cash. Then you have the cash in your hand, in your pocket wallet, and you are the only one responsible for its safety. Of course, the benefit of cryptocurrencies, if you lose your pocket wallet here, you can get back your money with the seed. So you control your private key, and you still have the ability to send those cryptocurrencies quite fastly in the exchange to do trade or to cash out. The cons of this method of storing your cryptocurrencies is the vulnerability of your device. Of course, as the application is stored on your smartphone or your computer, if you have viruses on any device you use, you can have breach on the application, and the hacker may be able to get access to your cryptocurrency. And the preservation of the seed, so these 12 to 20 words that you need to store is really a responsibility, because if you lose your phone and you do not have access to this seed because you lose it, you will lose all your cryptocurrencies forever. This is why we recommend this kind of storage for moderate amount. It's really useful for altcoins that are not available for the last way to store your cryptocurrencies, and it's way safer than the exchange platform. So the last way to store cryptocurrencies are the physical key or cold wallet. This is the most secure way to keep your cryptocurrencies. This is the tool that big corporations are using to store cryptocurrencies in big amounts. Here, your private key are stored offline in this small device. So it's a key ledger or trezor key. And you have reached the maximum level of security. Of course, as for the application or hot wallet, you here have the control of your private key, and you also need to store the seed. In case of loss or destruction of the little device, it's really important to have the seed to get it back anytime. The cons of this way to store cryptocurrency is that it's not free, and it's a little bit more technical than the two other solutions. Of course, you have great tutors that are available online, and you have also the support of Ledger or Trezor that you can reach out to ask any question. So this is our main recommendation, as it is the safest way to store your cryptocurrency. Even if it is a little bit more technical to understand, you should be more than able to execute and store your cryptocurrency within this kind of device. So now that you have seen how to store the cryptocurrencies, I will let Lily introduce you to a few basic security tactics to even go into further security measures.
Next slide. Next slide. Thank you, Alex. So if you are considering to invest a large sum of your money into cryptocurrency, consider to invest in multiple exchange platforms instead of investing in one and only. That will minimize your risk. If one specific platform had a breach, then your asset on other platforms will be still safe. And when you create passphrase, try to create a passphrase for different platforms differently and change them regularly. As the platforms, exchange platforms require email address to associate with that platform, try to create a different email address for each exchange platforms so that if your email was hacked, so only one platform will be at risk. And try to create a different wallet to store your cryptocurrency. Try if one, same reason, and try to locate the right wallet to store your funds. Do your homework again, and make sure you back up your passphrase and recover seeds. Sometimes backup of backups. And if you feel comfortable, you can also use password management tools such as Bitwarden and LastPass. And a few other techniques will be next. So general practice to keep your computer safe, because all your account, different thing will have information in your computer. So keep your software and operation system to current versions, so the bugs will be fixed. And when you visit the website, try to visit the secure ones, HTTPS rather than HTTP. And when you use internet, the internet connection, use VPNs, avoid public Wi-Fi at all costs because they are not secure, and use a firewall on your computer. Try to keep anti-malware software up to date. Same reason, if you use a cell phone to trade, also install anti-malware software on your cell phone and keep it update. Another thing is disable Microsoft macros, because macros has a lot of vulnerabilities for attacks. And use browser add-ons to block malicious website activity, and also use ad blocks, such tools like MinerBlock or NoCoin and some others. Last and not least, when you see an email or link that looks like suspicious to you, never click it. It might be a phishing email launching a phishing attack. So thank you so much for attending, and we now open the floor to any questions you may have. And we have 3 rules that being possibly you've been already very familiar, but we just want to emphasize. Rule number 1, do not invest more than you can afford yourself to lose. Rule number 2, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Rule number 3, if something looks too good to be true, it likely is a scam. So be safe, be alert, and when you invest your asset in the cryptocurrency. So any questions, we can answer them.
Thank you, Lily, and thank you, Alex, for this great presentation. And these 3 rules are very interesting. It's like you have this rule, like your 3 rules for your life. And really, really interesting. I don't know if there are any questions. Thanks, Gabriel Nardone. Thanks for all the advices. Yeah, great presentation. Really, really interesting. We need this information because, okay, we know that some people maybe they can join to a bad or scam project. So really interesting to know and to present these things. So if we don't have any question, we can close. And I only to finish, thanks again, thanks Lilian, thanks Alexis, thanks Boston Blockchain Association for all the support that you gave us, and thank you all. And we keep in touch. If they want to contact you, maybe they can share your information.
Yes, I will drop my LinkedIn profile over here. Don't be alert. I removed all my content, almost all the content over there. Try to keep a minimum profile, a public profile for cybersecurity reasons, because we are in the blockchain space. A lot of scams going on, and a lot of impersonators trying to attack, attack people in your network, and using the information, public information on LinkedIn as, social net engineering attacks, spear phishing, different thing. So I will be answering questions. If you have anything, post on my LinkedIn. Thank you all for coming, and thank you
very much
Ignacio for hosting us.
Okay,
thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcelo.
Bye
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.